Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, this wonderful Thursday evening, here in the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway plays host to the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series, of course, presented by Dirty Old Bastards. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for what is the third last race of the 410 winged sprint car season here for the Dirty Old Bastards, the Wicked Cushion Esports series. We are not too far away from going into qualifying at the moment. As each driver, they will have 2 laps around the big half a mile of racetrack. Craig Dunn quickest in practice at the moment. Of course, this means absolutely nothing because once qualifying starts, that's when it all begins. Top 4 will go straight through to the main event from those heat races. The top 2 from each heat race will go through into the dash, and we are looking like 23 drivers have signed into the pit area, so it looks like we won't need any consolation or B-main races on the program for tonight. Everybody will make the show. We're more than looking like we'll have more than about 3 heat races. Again, so glad that you're joining us here on this Thursday evening for the third last round of the series. Of course, Sunday night's a big night here for Ultimate Dirt TV Championship night with World of Thunder Racing League. And of course, big supporters of us here at Ultimate Dirt TV along with Wicked Cushion as well. As it's now time for qualifying. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a look at the driver that is on the racetrack at the moment down the bottom left. We'll also bring up the lap times up on the left-hand side of the screen, just under the qualifying up on the top left. But Alan Smell in car number 73. Alan Smell will be one of the first cars to get a lap in here at the Knoxville Raceway in qualifying for the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Once those times start to come through, you'll start to see the names chop and change. On the left-hand side, Alan Smell, 15.391. Josh Steiger with a 15.207. Tyson Landis on screen. Lap number 1 should be for him, should be considerably slower than what lap number 2 will be. He'll run on the bottom side. Chris Roberts jumps to position number 2. Richie Preston 3rd. James Edens 4th. And Tyler Shell going to round out the top 5 as we watch Tyson Landis, and we can relieve Wicked Cushion Esports number 31 Machine. There he goes, 6th quick with a 15.250. Braden Island 305 feature winner last night here at DOB. 2nd quick, and the Swindell Speed Lab South Bay Partners HMS Bell Helmets 00 of Kendall Tucker on the racetrack right now. First lap with a 15.321, a 15.321. Second lap for Tucker as he stops the clock with a 15 quick. Oh, second quick, 15.217. I almost got the hopes up. Josh Steinke, quickest so far. Trevor Roy with a 15.263, 11th quick. And boy, we look at the times as we'll bring up those qualifying results right now and just see how tight it really was when it comes to, look at that, we are 0.139, so under a 10.5 for the top 18 drivers. There'll be 3 heat races on the program. A quarter of a second, roughly, is what we're looking at between the top 22 drivers. Man, those are some very, very fast lap times, very consistent as well. Heat race number 1, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series presented by Dirty Old Bastards. Starting on pole, Joshua Steinke in car number 80. On the outside of the front row, that'll be Craig Dunn lining up out of position number 2. James Edens will start position number 3. Starting position number 4, that'll be Tyler Shell. Position number 5, that'll be Jeremy Zarfos, and on his outside, out of position number 6, that'll be Alan Samel. Aaron Schaefer going to start position 7, and John Bragman going to start out of position number 8. Not sure what was happening there with Tyler Shell, but it seems as though he's got some sort of issues. It's a full moon. Must be a full moon out here tonight. That's I don't know why you want to start the opening heat race of the night. Thankfully, we haven't taken the green flag just yet, so. Second row's got some strange things happening between them, that's for sure. Between Edens and Shell. Nonetheless, lights are out here on the iRacing.com page. Truck out of turn 2 past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. For the next 2 weeks after tonight, we'll have Chris Nunn joining us in the booth as we get set. The Tim's Dirt Track Simulators, Black Diamond Motorsports. Number 80 machine of Josh Steinke will lead us down to the drop of the green flag. Right away, heat race number 1. Edens will slide up in front of Craig Dunn into turn number 1 and 2. Craig Dunn, he'll look back to the inside, down into turn number 3 and 4. Dunn going to return the favour with the slide jump, at Edens works back to the inside, side by side for positions number 2 and 3 as they run down into 1 and 2. Josh Steinke continues to lead from Edens and Dunn sitting in second and third, but now that'll chop and change once again. Tyler Shell watching, unable to do anything just yet, but just to continue to watch these drivers trade some slide jobs. Alan Samel back there in position 5. Normally you see the top 4 cars going through to the main event, but all cars going to transfer from heat racing action, and now we'll focus for the battle on for the transfer spot to get into the dash. Craig Dunn, the 57 machine on the outside. Edens in the 52 for Swindell Speed Lab. He'll move back to the inside again. Good drag race off turn 4. It's Dunn returning the favour. A bit of a tennis match going on. As Edens now works to the outside, Dunn goes back to the inside. He'll throw the slider into turn number 3 and 4 once again, but this time it's James Edens to come back to the inside. 5 laps in the books here at the opening heat race of the night. 3 circuits to go to find out who's getting the win, who's going into the dash. The top 2 is Edens now around the outside on Dunn. Oh, I think Dunn may have just had it at the start-finish line, but Dunn once again will slide up. Edens with a nice crossover out of turn number 2. Fantastic racing to open up the night as Tyler Shell now tries to throw his hat into the mix and trying to get into position number 3 as the white flag flies for Josh Steinke. Out in front and all alone. Into turn number 3 and 4. Steinke going to be victorious here in the opening heat of the night. Second will go to James Edens. Craig Dunn in third. Tyler Shell 4th. Alan Samuel, he rounds out the top 5 in 6th. That'll go to Jeremy Zarfos. John Bragman in 7th. Aaron Schaefer in 8th. 2.72 seconds separating the top 8 drivers there in the opening heat race of the night. Heat race number 2, cars are making their way onto pit road behind the iRacing.com pace truck. We'll take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, and starting on pole, heat race number 2 is the 00 of Kendall Tucker. On the outside of the front row, the 93, the Catfish of Chris Roberts. The 31, Tyson Land is going to start position number 3. Car number 90 of Trevor Royer starts position number 4. The 54 of John Batista will start position number 5. Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91 will start position 6. Tyler Henselman will start position 7 in car number 21. And Nathan Davis in car 36 going to line up out of position number 8. It's a lot of Black Diamond Motorsports cars in this one. That's Roberts on screen. Kendall Tucker on pole, of course. And you take a look at these Black Diamond Motorsports cars ready. There is one of Trevor Royer. Nicely presented machine too, as he's got issues, I think. I think his VR monitor just taking a bit of turn for the worst. John Batista in the 54, Nathan Davis in the 36. And we've got Ernie Williams Jr. Oh, a new car. Yeah, go figure. Heat race number 2. As the green flag is out, Kendall Tucker, Chris Roberts is... Oh, Landis gives a short back and sides there to Chris Roberts. As Landis and Batista now. Batista trying to make the bottom side work. Landis unable to get by Ernie Williams Jr. but watching Roberts. And Davis on screen in 4th and 5th right now. Roberts, unfortunately for him, he's gone backwards in this heat race as here comes Davis trying to put the slider on Roberts, but Roberts moved to the outside in turns 3 and 4. Track still very juiced up at the moment. Davis on screen behind them as Tyler Henselman, John Batista and Trevor Royers. Batista now trying the middle part a little bit higher than what Tyler Henselman is in turns number 1 and 2. But just in front of them, Davis all over the back of Roberts. Into turns 3 and 4. Here goes Davis to the inside and he will make the pass. He will move to position 4, but it's not enough to get into the dash because Kendall Tucker has the number 1 spot. Danny Williams Jr. in that 2nd spot. Tyson Landis in 3rd. 4th, Nathan Davis, and 5th is Roberts. And now here comes Batista. After Roberts now into 3 and 4. Batista, he's got 4 wheels and the floppy stuff upstairs. A lap and a bit to go for your race leader, Kendall Tucker, out in front. 1 lap to run to see that 00 make his way into tonight's dash, which will be run after heat number 3. It'll be 6 laps. Your winner off turn number 4, Kendall Tucker. A very, very convincing win here in heat race number 2. Ernie Williams Jr. in 2nd. Tyson Landis home in 3rd. Nathan Davis 4th. John Batista. Going to round out your top 5. Home in 6th goes to Chris Roberts. Trevor Royer in 7th. And Tyler Henselman in position number 8. That's heat race number 2. Complete heat number 3. Cars making their way onto pit road behind the iRacing.com pace truck. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Braden Isla in the 005 going to start on pole. Richie Preston in the 125 will start position number 2. Weston Newell in the 222 will start position 3. Kyle Stolt in the 01 will start position number 4. Kevin Hanley in the 110 will start position 5. Michael Sheridan in the 15 will start position 6. And Matthew Henninger in car number 97 going to start position number 7. So I noticed a couple of these drivers have some new paint schemes. Of course, we've seen a different one last night for Kyle Stoltz in the 01 Countryside Stove and Chimney entry. Matthew Henninger. Good old Cognitive Warriors. On the next, number 97. Team SETI. The man behind Wicked Cushion and all the supporting brands, Wicked Cushion Esports, Wicked Energy Gum. They're wonderful sponsors here of Ultimate Dirt TV and wonderful supporters of Sim Racing. Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck. Green flag next time by, or this time by I should say, off turn number 4. Don't forget we are live across Facebook and YouTube. Go to facebook.com/Ultimate Dirt TV or youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget to hit the like and follow button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All free. And of course a big thanks to iRacing for putting us on the iRacing Live portal. As we get set, heat number 3, 8 laps on the board once again. Braden Isla, good start in that number 5 machine, and coming off a win in the 305 Sprint Car Series last night at Lernerville, looking to continue a good run of form. But here comes Western Yule into second, Preston third, Stoltz gets around the outside of Kevin Hanley for positions 4 and 5. Sheridan trying the middle, he'll cut it down to the low side, just nearly getting the left front on the inside. Berm out of turn number 2. Second, third, fourth on screen. Stoltz trying the middle on the exit of turn 4. Unable to make a pass on Richie Preston as Western Yule runs the bottom into turn number 1. He'll up on the top side out of turn number 2. We call that the slider line. Hopefully after the warm-up session, after the dash, we'll have, I believe, about 2 or 3 minutes of practice, and hopefully this track is going. Hopefully the track will widen out. As here comes Hanley now, putting a slider there on Stoltz, but Stoltz in that 0-1 back around the outside, moves back to position number 4. At the moment, top 2, they've got themselves locked into the dash. They've just got to survive another 3 laps to run, as we're nearly going to go 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4, Preston, Stoltz, and Hanley. Meanwhile, Matthew Henninger's gotten by Michael Sheridan. Henninger showing some good pace in the number 97 machine, but back up towards the battle between Richie Preston and Kyle Stoltz on screen. Preston in the 125 machine, Stoltz in that 01 machine, 2 to run. Western Yule slowly catching up to your race leader of Braden Isla, but Isla, he's good on the exits of the turns as they go down the back, down the front straightaway this time by. White flag is out. One final time at heat racing competition, and Braden Isla looking to get the job done. Second, Western Yule, Richie Preston in third. Fourth, Kevin Hanley, Kyle Stoltz. Looks like that's the way they may just finish here. Heat number 3 is complete. Braden Isla and Western Yule both going to transfer to the dash. Richie Preston, Kevin Hanley, Kyle Stoltz home in positions number 3, 4, and 5. As the warm-up session is now upon us, so we're just skipping heats 4, 5 in the consolation race. Let's bring up those results right now. There it is. Braden Isla, Western Yule going through to the dash. Richie Preston in third, fourth, Kevin Hanley, Kyle Stoltz fifth. Michael Sheridan gets 6th, and Matthew Henninger home in position number 7. That is your 3 heat races completed here of the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Wings Sprint Car Series, of course, presented by Dirty Old Bastards. Don't forget, check out Wicked Cushion Esports on the World Wide Web along with Dirty Old Bastards. Check them out on all their social media pages. Give them a like and a follow. So as this, now we're not going to be running a 20-minute warm-up session. This is just so we can get a dash done. Now what is happening right now is drivers from heats 1, 2, and 3, the way they finished first, they all picked numbers and race control. So they're basically just drawing it out like you would see at the World of Outlaws, NOS Energy Sprint Car Series and the Late Model Series. Only thing that you can't pick a number out, you've just got to pick a number between 1 through to 6. And then Chris Roberts has already got those numbers written down. And he will give the starting lineup for the dash. It's again, it'll be held over 6 laps. There'll be no yellows in the dash. And then once that dash is complete, how they finish is how they will start tonight's, I'm going to say, 35-lap main event or 30-lap main event. I will confirm that just before we go into the Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for the feature event. So we can see a couple of the cars coming on the racetrack right now. Now, there were no timing and scoring for this dash. Josh Steinke looks like he might start pole position. Andy Williams Jr. starts second, Western Yule third, James Edens fourth, Kendall Tucker in fifth, and Braden Isla in 6th position. So they'll go around one more time. So a couple of Black Diamond cars on the front row. Nice to see Josh supporting the UDTV on the wing of that car. And of course Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. A couple of Swindell Speed Lab cars. We've got a Craig Kinzer Sim team and I believe a Team SETI car as well. Green flag is out. Josh Steinke going to lead this 6-car field into turn number 1 and 2. We'll take that off because that has no effect on the race whatsoever. Steinke leads from Williams. Then you go back to Western Newell in third as he's got pressure from James Edens. But Western Newell slide a line into turn number 1 and 2 again. Edens trying to work the cushion through 1 and 2. As the battle is going to be on for positions 3 and 4. And don't forget, how they finish this one is how they will start tonight's main event. Edens back to the top side into turn number 1 and 2. Williams trying to make a run on Steinke. Slider from Williams as Steinke now trying to cross over. Halfway home, 3 down, 3 to run. As Steinke puts the slider back on Williams as Williams moves back to the inside. And again, they'll race off turn number 2. Down the back straight away, Ernie Williams Jr. He has got that car hooked up on a dime right now. 2 to run. As Tucker and Edens, they're going at it as well into turns 3 and 4. A lap and a bit to run. That'll be the white flag this time by Eden. Just seeing going for the short slider, entering in the mid part of the racetrack into turn number 3. The white flag flies. This is tonight's Dashes. Tucker puts the slider on Edens. Edens back to the inside. Into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Ernie Williams Jr. wins the dash. He will start on pole. Josh Steinke second. Third between Edens and Kendall Tucker was very, very close. And then I believe it was Braden Isla and Western Newell home in positions 5 and 6. Either way, they will start on the 3rd row of tonight's feature event. So with that being said, our dash is complete. As we have about a 2 to 3 minute warm-up session here at the Knoxville Raceway, the sprint car capital of the world, the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side of this. We'll play the American National Anthem and pay a couple of ad bills and be back with your main event on the other side of this.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of
Welcome back, race fans, to Ultimate Dirt TV, the coverage of the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. It's time to take a look at our Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight's 35-lap main event. Coming from the back in position number 23, that'll be Tyler Henselman. Out of position number 22, Aaron Schaefer. Out of position number 21, Matthew Henninger. Lining up out of position number 20, it's Trevor Royer and John Brogan going to start position number 19. We go back and take a look at position number 18. That's Michael Sheridan. Chris Roberts will start position number 17. Position number 16, Jeremy Zarfos. Out of position number 15, that's Kyle Stoltz. Outside the 7th row, John Batista starts position number 14, and Alan Samel going to start position number 13. Kevin Hanley will start position number 12. Then we go back to Nathan Davis out of position number 11. Out of position number 10, that'll be Tyler Shell. Richie Preston lines up out of position number 9. Tyson Landers out of position number 8, and Craig Dunn out of position number 7. The third row will be Weston Newell and Braden Eiler. Row number 2 is going to be Kendall Tucker and James Edens, with Josh Steike on the outside of the front row, along with Ernie Williams Jr. starting on pole for tonight's 35-lap main event. You can see the pyro going off. As we get set here for our 35-lap main event. Pace truck is going to move to the infield. We are not going green this time by. What's going on, Stephen? So next time by. So the iRacing green flag has been thrown. But just because we run the dash and just to make sure that the drivers are in their correct positions, which indeed they are now, race control will obviously clear those black flags and penalties that they get for the moment, which means our 35-lap main event is setting or getting ready to take part this time by. Ernie Williams Jr. and Josh Steike on the front row, a couple of BDM cars. And you go back to a couple of Swindell Speed Lab cars in row number 2, 35 on the board. We drop the green flag in tonight's main event. Who will go to victory lane? Eden's immediately working the bottom side along with Kendall Tucker, but here comes Isla. This should be an absolute bell ringer of a race. Edens continues to work the bottom side. Isla getting a run. Braden Isla will now move into position number 3. He'll go from the top to the bottom into turn number 1 and 2. Craig Dunn trying to come through the middle and trying to split those Swindell Speed Lab cars, but good luck doing that one for the moment. Eden's just a little slower on the bottom at the moment. The top side is certainly the place to be, but Kendall Tucker not giving it up just yet. Does Tyler Shell giving a little nudge there to Craig Dunn in the 57, telling him to get a hurry on as they come out of turn number 4 this time by. The yellow flag will fly for the first time tonight, and we take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Alan Samel in car number 73. Keep an eye on that car number 73. Just some issues there down the back straight away, and unfortunately he goes upside down but manages to get the car back on all fours. Unfortunately finds himself back on pit road. Good looking paint scheme, that one. Trying not to be too biased, but it is looking the part. Let's take a look at the border tie number 5 machine, the Craig Kinzer sim team. Pretty sure it's been that way for quite some time now. Kendall Tucker and obviously James Edens. Kendall Tucker, I think that may have had a bit of an update, maybe? Don't think so. Craig Dunn's run that car for quite some time now. Tyler Shell in the black and green. Elbows up, Sim Sports entry. Western Yule in the deadhead.com.au Wicked Cushion. Team SETI entry. How about this guy? Nice to see him back on the service. Nathan Davis in the Black Diamond Motorsports Dirty Dicks Ultimate Dirt TV number 36 machine. Talk about some good looking paint schemes as we are set to fire once again. Ernie Williams Jr. So what is effectively 3 down, 32 laps to run. He will get on the gas as the green flag coming back out as Steinke went to shut the door down into turn 1 and 2, run the slider line. Hyler nearly got up on the inside of Josh Steinke. Now here comes Kendall Tucker now. He'll go to the top, to the bottom, use the cut down line as Braden Hyler slides up to the top. Kendall Tucker, I believe, had third at the start-finish line. He'll now put the slider on Braden Hyler. What can Kendall Tucker and Braden Hyler, what can they produce? They would have had a fair bit of experience here at the Knoxville Raceway in the iRacing.com Pro Series. And I think from memory, I'm pretty sure that Braden Hyler picked up his only win in the world in the Pro Championship. And it happened to come at this racetrack. So we'll see if he can duplicate that win here tonight. I'll tell you what, I think the last time we were here, I think it was the Speed Lab guys, Eads and Tucker, who put on an absolute bell ringer of a show. Past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum as Isla continues to hold off Kendall Tucker. Tucker staying upstairs. Isla doing what Tucker did a few laps ago as now Isla putting the slider on Steinke. He'll run the top in 3 and he'll cut down to the low side in the middle of 3 and 4. The cut down line, watch it, ready from top. Well, Kendall Tucker just did it right there. And now here comes James Eden. So good. What is going to be a 4-car battle right now. But at the moment, it's a 3-car battle for positions 2, 3, and 4. As Ernie Williams is starting to run away with this one. He is out by nearly a second lead over his teammate Josh Steinke. Slider from Braden Hyler. Steinke back to the inside. They drag race off for 2. This time it's returning serve for Josh Steinke. As Islas now, he's going to find a way back by Josh Steinke as we go and take a look at Kendall Tucker and James Eden. They were trading some sliders as well there on the previous lap. So good. Again, 2 lots of 2-car battles at the moment. We've got 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. And this track right now is in pretty good condition. Second, third, fourth, and fifth on screen right now. Then you go back to Nate. Oh, Craig Dunn around. Now, we're not sure if we had a helping hand here by Nathan Davis. But we are certainly going to take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay and see exactly what happened. And there's no hiding from us up here in the booth. Yes, unfortunately, Davis, he got him. He did not miss him. So we go on board. We just keep an eye on that 36. Got an absolute monster of a run trying to throw the big dive bomb into turn 3 and just, the right front tagged him. As there goes the 36 on by on that one. And unfortunately for Craig Dunn, he finds himself turned around and unfortunately he may have to go to the back of the bus along with Nathan Davis. And tell you what, he done well, and as did everybody else to avoid Craig Dunn there. So as we come back to live pictures here from the virtual Knoxville Raceway, Craig Dunn is at the back and Nathan Davis has obviously claimed that caution. So he said, you know what, yep, I'm at fault for that one. And he's been given an EOL. Now where's Josh Steinke? Steinke's back on pit road. Now, let's see if we can go back, and we won't be able to because Man, I would have loved to have gone back and taken a look. We might try and see if we can have a look at that one later on. But, man, poor old Josh Steinke having no luck whatsoever. Green flag is out. 23 to run. Tucker down the bottom into turn number 1 and 2. Isla doing what Braden Isla loves to do, and he just loves to rip the cushion. Shell nearly got into the back of it. James Edens is now here. Goes Isla for the race lead into turn number 1 and 2. Couple of drivers that just love to absolutely bang the boards and rip the cushion. Oh, Williams into the wall into turn number 3. Braden Isla, your new race leader, out of turn number 4. Now here is Kendall Tucker into turn number 1 and 2. Tucker staying low. Isla ripping the top side of the racetrack. What a great battle these two drivers have had for pretty much the entire, what is now 15 laps of this feature event. Remember, the first lap did not count. Isla mid-track into turn number 1 and 2. Tucker in second. He's on the low side, and here comes Edens now through the middle. Kendall Tucker to the race lead momentarily. Here comes James Edens. Slider line into turn number 3 and 4. And the 52, but the 5 of Braden Isla comes back to the inside. And how about these World Championship drivers? They run 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 as John Batista now coming after Ernie Williams Jr. Oh, Shell had to get on the brakes, otherwise it could have been disastrous for both Tyler Shell and Braden Isla. But look at the speed lap, guys. They switch lanes in the middle of 1 and 2. Tucker on the low side. Edens in the middle. Edens going to slide it up once again to the top side of the racetrack. A little bit more moisture up there on the exit of turn number 4. That was close at the start-finish line, if you don't mind. And look at Braden Isla. He's starting to put the wing in the trunk right now. He is going to the top side, but what can he do with these speed lab guys? Because right now, they just seem to have a stranglehold here on the Knoxville Raceway. 15 to go as the yellow flag is out. Man, what an unbelievable run we just had. Let's take a look at your wicked cushion instant replay and see what happened here. John Bragman in the 17 car. Oh, just jumped the cushion and got a little too sideways in front of Aaron Schaefer, I believe that was, in the 77 car. In fact, let's go on board with Aaron Schaefer. It is, and you're about to, well, you won't see it on that view, but just there is where Bragman got little crossed up. As we'll bring that into screen just there. Just nowhere to go for Schaefer, the right rear to left front. And Bragman jumps the cushion, hits the wall. And upside down goes the 17. He'll call the virtual tow truck. So how about this battle between James Edens, Kendall Tucker, and Braden Isla? So I believe the lights are out on the pace truck. It will move to the infield, and James Edens with the single file restart. With what is now 14 laps to run. In the main event of the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series, no surprise to see Edens and Tucker both staying low into turns 1 and 2 as we'll go through 3 and 4 as the slider comes out from Braden Isla. Tucker had to take evasive action and use the aggressive crossover. Tyler Shell running the bottom side trying to follow Tucker and Eden, but man oh man, it is on once again between these two boys, and they've gone at it pretty much all season long. Anytime you get these two drivers here on a Thursday night in the 410 Wing Sprint Car Series, you can hear bet your damn bottom dollar that these two drivers are going to be battling it out for the race lead. But now, yellow flag comes out just as we're about to make it 3 wide into corners number 3 and 4. As I believe, as we'll take a look at the Wicked Cushion instant replay, a couple of drivers, Tyler Henselman and Kyle Stoltz involved on this one. 9 out of 10 times we'll catch the accident. Oh, there it is. Henselman unfortunately just got a little loose in front of Aaron Schaefer again. And there goes Kyle Stoltz doing the same thing as what Henselman did. It looks like he's got a throttle stuck. You could near swear David Holloman's in that car with the way he just did that. Seemed to be a throttle has jammed on. So we welcome you back to live pictures here at the Knoxville Raceway, the sprint car capital of the world. Knoxville Raceway plays host to the third last round of the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series, and coming into tonight, I believe, with the drop weeks factored in, I believe we had 22 points separating the champions, or the first and second drivers. Let's try and confirm that one. Lights are out. Set for a start once again, this time by off turn number 4. Kyle Stoltz, Tyler Henselman both back on pit road. John Brogman out along with Josh Steinke, Matthew Henninger and Alan Samerl. $11 to go. And it is all World Championship Pro caliber drivers in the first 5 positions. Shell and Isla upstairs in 1 and 2. Eden's going to the top into turns 3. Here comes Tucker on the inside. Will he get the run out of turn number 4? Boy, it is close. It is on for the race lead. Just like it's been for the most part of this 35-lap main event. Isla a couple of car lengths away from the top 2 as again Tucker good on the bottom side, but James Edens just a little bit better there on the exit on the top side out of turn number 4. Edens goes to the middle. Isla once again trying to work the top in 1 and 2. He'll run the middle line into turns 3 and 4. So you can see Isla and Edens, they'll switch lanes as Edens comes off the cushion. Man, it got real bumpy up there. And I think that's when James Edens packed up and said, you know what, I'll go back to the bottom side. But Braden Isla around the outside of James Edens out of turn number 2. But Edens on the inside, the right front. Nearly caught the left rear there of Kendall Tucker. As meanwhile behind them, John Batista, Tyler Shell going at it. And how about Michael Sheridan advancing 12 positions up to position 6, so he started 18th in this one. What a race this is turning out to be. Kendall Tucker again, smooth as you like with 5. Make that 5 to run this time by. A handful of laps for Kendall Tucker, but Braden Isla is slowly mounting a charge. We take a look at the intervals between your two, or your top 2 at the moment. There is closing in on now less than 0.2 of a second. Oh man, I get the feeling if this one stays green, Braden Island may just park this thing in victory lane once again. He's getting a run on the top side of the racetrack. Kendall Tucker is now, he's decided that it's time to go, go, go. Out of turn number 4, there's nothing in it. There's about a tenth separating the pair into turn number 1 and 2. 3 circuits remaining for Kendall Tucker, but Braden Island says thank you very much, but he needs to get to the start-finish line first. The yellow comes back out. It'll give the lead back to Kendall Tucker and Braden Island. Cool as you like. He'll take the race lead down into turn number 1 and 2. Tucker fighting back up on the inside, but no. Out of turn 2, it's back to Braden Isla. This time by out of turn number 4, the white flag is out. 1 lap left to run for Braden Isla, looking to go back to back here in Dirty Old Bastards competition. He will make his way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4 for the final time. Braden Isla will be victorious here at Knoxville. Kendall Tucker will grab second. James Eden's going to come home in that third position. And boy, oh boy, what a feature race we had just witnessed. Braden Isla putting on an absolute clinic on the top side. And you can see how pumped he is. He is speeding in pit road and he is ready to go into Knoxville Victory Lane Raceway. And while that's happening, the fireworks go off. We're going to bring up our feature race results here tonight. Braden Isla, Kendall Tucker and James Edens all top 3. What an absolute race those drivers put on. Tyler Shell, Michael Sheridan in 4th and 5th. John Batista in 6th. Ernie Williams Jr. 7th. Trevor Royer in 8th. 9th, Richie Preston. Kevin Hanley rounds out the top 10. Chris Roberts in 11th. Weston Newell. Craig Dunn 12th and 13th. Jeremy Zarfos in 14th. Tyson Landis in 15th. Aaron Schaefer 16th. 17th, Nathan Davis. Kyle Stoltz in 18th. 19th goes to Tyler Henselman, John Bragman in 20th, 21st, Josh Steinke, Matthew Henninger 22nd, and Alan Samel in position number 23. Well, for the second time in the second night in a row, he goes to victory lane. It's Braden Isla. Braden, congratulations on this victory. What a race that was, and, well, you're no stranger to Knoxville Victory Lane Raceway, and you do it again.
Yeah, the thing was fast. I was kind of getting worried there about around that Ted Nagel yellow. I was getting really good runs, but I couldn't really do anything with them. And James kind of fell off there, and I was able to just kind of have a one-on-one there with Kendall. And the top was fast once again. So here we are in victory lane.
Well, with about 5 to go, you were reeling Kendall in there. Did you think that Kendall may have actually sort of came up and taken the line away from you?
I don't really think so. I know he was running him and James, I figured they would both be pretty committed to running the bottom. Occasionally there was a slider line here and there, but, they pretty much, just kind of stayed to where they were. And I was kind of getting worried the bottom was just kind of come in and, they'd pull away, which, they did for a little bit. But once they started getting into my groove and wasn't really, hitting the cushion in the bad places, I was able to keep it smooth and, try to come back up through.
Well, second time in as many nights you go to victory lane here in Dirty Old Bastards competition, but this time you do it in the 410s at the Knoxville Raceway. Braden, congratulations on this victory. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate with the team. But before we let you go, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, thanks Chris at DOB for putting on the league, and you for broadcasting and watching this racing. And also Wicked Cushion, Border Tire, the Dirt Racing Network, everybody at the Kinzer Sim team, and good race to Kendall. And
all right, there we go. Braden Isla, they're home in first place. We'll chat to the driver that comes home second place tonight, and Kendall Tucker home in second spot. Kendall, well, good race, a hell of a race. All 35 laps between yourself, James, Braden. Man, you guys were certainly the class of the field, but maybe one race that slipped away from you there in the end.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. He's a maniac up there on the top, and it's like that. It's just that's how he won the pro race there this year, and just I don't know. I just the setup combination that I have, it won't run up there when it's like that. So I don't know. It's just I think we're just gonna have to just have to deal with him being like that here. Just hats off to him for getting up there and being able to run it. Just I mean the berm in 1 and 2. I mean it's always been pretty fast, and I was trying that diamond line in 3 and 4, and it just wasn't there at all. I kept trying to roll the berm in 3 and 4, and it just kept going away every lap. So so I don't know. It's just the track. Just if it might have been 30 laps, I think we probably could have held him off. Just that extra 5 he got us.
Yeah, what was going through your mind when you sort of, I don't know if you're looking in your mirror or whether you're looking down at your relative, what was going through your mind when you sort of hear him catching you there in those last sort of 5 laps?
Well, I mean, once I'd finally got past Eden's right there, I mean, I had a pretty big lead, I felt like, and so I figured for at least 7 or 8 more laps that, I mean, the bottom would be good enough to hold him off, but I think he was like 2 or 2.5 tenths faster on the top right there at the end, so it's just hard to stop that, and I mean, I wasn't going to go up there and block him, so just hats off to him again. We'll try and get him next time.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. We'll let you get out of here and we'll let you celebrate a 2-3 with the team. And before we let you go, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, just all my guys over at Swindle Speed Lab and K1 Race Gear, Bell Helmet, South Bay Partners, HMS Motorsport, Racing Electronics, and ML Performance. And thanks to Chris and all the guys over at DOB for putting the races on every week. And thank you for the broadcast. And I guess we'll see y'all next week.
All right, Kendall Tucker there, home in second spot, and rounding out the podium tonight in caliber 52, it is James Edens. James, congratulations on a third place finish here tonight. Boy, those other two were pretty quick, but I think if this track had a bit more moisture on the bottom side, it might have been a different story.
Yeah, for sure. I just I tried to run that slider line that I used to get the lead, and bounced off the cushion a little bit too much, and then they both went by, and then they were. One was running the top, one was running the bottom, so I was trying to get through the middle, but there just wasn't enough there. So, it just is what it is. It was still a good race. So,
yeah, it looked like that first sort of 20, 25 laps before before Kendall and Braden sort of pulled away from you there. It looked like a pretty fun race to be a part of. What was it like from the cockpit of the number 52 machine?
just it was fun. Watching them guys go at it, and we led a little bit. Just there was a lot of pressure. I knew Eiler was going to be good on the top, and sadly, I'm not as good as him up there. So, you always got to kind of keep that in mind. And then, I saw him coming up there, and pretty much I knew once he got out front, it was going to be over.
I'll tell you what, it was a hell of a race that you three drivers put along with everybody else. Just a couple of yellows here tonight, but third place finish in the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Sprint Car Series. Another podium for James Edens. James, congratulations on this third place run. We'll let you get out of here and we'll let you celebrate. But before we let you go, of course, we'll throw the mic back to you final time. Sponsor shouts, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, I just got to thank Speed Lab and K1 and Bell Helmets and all the sponsors on the team. And Chris for putting up with us every week and giving us a place to race.
All right, there we go. James Edens, they're home in third position here tonight, and that'll wrap us up here on this Thursday evening. We had the D&J Sim Racing 360s at 7 Eastern, then 9 Eastern, of course, the Wicked Cushion Esports 410 Sprint Car Series, of course, tomorrow night here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Steve McMillan and I believe Chris Nunn on the call for some street stocks, pro late models, and midgets, I do believe. So come back for that one, and it'll be live across Facebook, and tonight, of course, live across Facebook and YouTube. So if you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, we want to thank, of course, Dirty Old Bastards and Wicked Cushion Esports for all that they do here on the sim racing side of things, but also allowing us, Ultimate Dirt TV, to broadcast the action and showcase the talent that they have each and every week. From Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights, they race. They run sprint cars, they run late models. If you want to be a part of the action, check out Dirty Old Bastards on Facebook. Send them a message, and if you want to run something, Chris and the entire admin team can get back to you on how to apply to the league. And, of course, a big thanks to our sponsors and partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thank you to, of course, Wicked Cushion and World of Thunder Racing League. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell. Good night from the Knoxville Raceway. Congratulations goes to Braden Isla.